Honey fungus is a remarkable organism, famous for being one of the largest living things ever discovered on Earth. Beneath the soil, it travels using long, black, root-like structures known as rhizomorphs that connect thousands of trees together. A single colony can span several square kilometers, remaining largely hidden from view as it slowly feeds on decaying wood. These colonies are incredibly resilient and can survive for thousands of years, thriving in forest environments. Because they grow underground, their full size is rarely apparent to casual observers. Their ability to spread so extensively makes them a dominant force in many forest ecosystems, where they quietly influence the health and development of the trees around them. While they remain mostly invisible, their impact is profound, representing a massive network of life that has persisted through countless generations. Perfectly adapted to its hidden life beneath the dark forest floor. Humongous fungus. The humongous fungus is a legendary colony of honey fungus discovered in the forests of Oregon. It is widely recognized as one of the largest known organisms on the entire planet by surface area, covering roughly 9 square kilometers. While visitors might see countless individual mushrooms popping up above the soil during specific seasons, they are merely small parts of one massive, interconnected individual living underground. This immense size demonstrates how fungi can thrive on a scale that is almost impossible to comprehend without careful scientific mapping. The organism continues to grow and expand, utilizing its vast network to secure resources across a significant portion of the forest. Because it acts as a single entity, it is a fascinating subject for biologists studying longevity and biological scale. It serves as a powerful reminder of the vast, hidden world of fungi that exists just below our feet. Dog vomit slime mold. Despite its rather unappealing common name, the dog vomit slime mold is actually not a true fungus at all. It is a unique organism that typically forms bright yellow, squishy blobs while it creeps slowly across damp logs, decaying mulch, or forest debris. As it moves, it searches for food, demonstrating a strange, primitive form of mobility that has captivated scientists for many decades. Eventually, this blob undergoes a dramatic transformation, changing into powdery, spore-producing structures that look nothing like the initial mass. This fascinating ability to move and change appearance distinguishes it from typical mushrooms. While it may look bizarre or messy to a casual observer, it plays an important role in breaking down organic matter in its environment. Its strange life cycle and behavior continue to be a subject of intense interest, showing just how diverse and unusual life forms can be. Devil's fingers. The devil's fingers fungus is a truly striking sight, beginning its life as a pale, jelly-like egg nestled in the soil. When conditions are right, it splits open to reveal several bright red arms that look like eerie tentacles reaching upward. These arms are often covered in a dark, foul-smelling slime that serves a very specific purpose. This pungent odor is designed to attract flies, which land on the fungus and unknowingly carry away its spores to new locations. Its appearance is so unusual and dramatic that it is often compared to a creature from a horror film, making it one of the most recognizable and strange mushrooms found in nature. Because of its unique structure and method of spore dispersal, it stands out in any forest environment. It remains a fascinating example of how fungi have evolved creative ways to reproduce in their natural habitats. Stinkhorn fungi are famous for growing at an incredible speed, sometimes appearing almost overnight after periods of rain. Their most distinct feature is a slimy cap that produces an odor closely resembling rotting meat. This powerful, unpleasant smell is not an accident. It is an effective tool used to attract insects like flies and beetles. These insects land on the slime, pick up spores on their bodies, and then fly away, dispersing the fungus to new areas. Unlike mushrooms that rely on the wind, the stinkhorn uses this carrion strategy to ensure successful reproduction. Many species develop truly bizarre shapes, ranging from tall columns to intricate, cage-like structures or branching designs. Because of their fast growth and strong smell, they are hard to miss. They represent a specialized group of fungi that have perfectly adapted their appearance and sent to work with local insect populations. Giant puffball. The giant puffball is an impressive fungus that can grow significantly larger than a standard basketball, occasionally reaching over a meter across in ideal conditions. When these fungi are young, their interior is solid, pure white, and sometimes even edible if harvested at the right time. However, as they mature, the entire internal mass transforms into billions of microscopic, powdery spores. If the puffball is disturbed by rain, grazing animals, or even a gentle kick from a hiker, it releases a dramatic cloud of spores into the air. This explosion of dust-like particles ensures that the next generation is spread far and wide. Their sheer size and unique reproductive method make them a favorite among nature enthusiasts. They are a classic example of how some fungi have evolved to use volume and mass to guarantee that their spores reach new, fertile ground for future growth. Veiled lady. The veiled lady is an elegant and highly distinctive fungus, famous for the delicate lace-like skirt that hangs gracefully beneath its cap. Native to tropical regions, this mushroom is as beautiful as it is unusual, though its reputation is complicated by its scent. Like many other fungi that rely on insects, the veiled lady produces a very powerful, unpleasant odor to attract flies and other bugs. This creates a sharp, fascinating contrast between its sophisticated bridal gown appearance and its foul smell. The lace-like net helps the spores adhere to insects that land on the mushroom, ensuring the species can spread effectively. Because of its striking looks, it is considered one of the strangest and most visually captivating mushrooms in nature. Its evolution shows a perfect balance of visual appeal for human observers and functional scent-based attraction for the insects necessary for its survival. Bleeding tooth fungus. The bleeding tooth fungus is an immediately recognizable and somewhat unsettling mushroom. It produces vibrant, bright red droplets that appear to seep directly from its surface, looking remarkably like drops of fresh blood. This liquid is actually a result of a process called guttation, where the fungus pushes out excess water. The droplets contain pigments and chemical compounds that may serve as a natural defense mechanism against competing microbes in the soil. As the fungus ages, its white, velvety body begins to darken, eventually losing its most dramatic and bleeding appearance. While it might look frightening, it is a fascinating biological adaptation. Because of its unusual look, it is often a highlight for foragers and nature photographers who stumble upon it in the woods. It serves as a perfect example of how fungi use chemistry and appearance to survive and protect themselves in their competitive environments. Bird's nest fungus. Bird's nest fungi are tiny, captivating organisms that look exactly like miniature bird nests filled with small eggs. The eggs inside are actually peridioles, which are hard little packets containing thousands of spores. The design of the cup is a clever piece of evolutionary engineering. When raindrops strike the cup at the correct angle, the shape forces the water to splash out, launching the spore packets into the surrounding vegetation. Once they land on a plant, the packets attach themselves and eventually break open to release the spores, starting a new generation of fungi. Despite their very small size, they are remarkably effective at spreading. Their unique shape and method of dispersal make them one of the most interesting subjects to observe in the garden or forest. They demonstrate how nature often uses simple mechanical processes, such as the splash of a raindrop, to ensure survival. Lobster mushroom. The lobster mushroom is a fascinating anomaly because it is not a single species, but rather the result of one fungus parasitizing another. When a specific parasitic fungus infects an ordinary, common mushroom, it undergoes a radical transformation. The entire body of the host mushroom changes into a bright, intense orange-red color that looks surprisingly like the shell of a cooked lobster. This dramatic makeover completely changes both the appearance and the texture of the original mushroom, making it firm and dense. This peculiar change is well known among mushroom foragers, who highly value the lobster mushroom for its unique flavor and culinary qualities. It is a brilliant example of ecological interaction, showing how one fungus can entirely hijack the development of another to create an entirely new, distinct form. Its evolution from a boring host into a bright, prized specimen is truly unique. Titan truffle, some truffle species, are known for their ability to reach extraordinary sizes while growing entirely beneath the ground. These highly prized fungi exist in a close partnership with the roots of trees, trading nutrients for sugars in a complex underground exchange. They release powerful, earthy aromas that are specifically designed to attract animals, such as wild pigs, dogs, and squirrels. These animals dig into the earth to find the aromatic treasure, and in the process of consuming or disturbing the truffle, they unknowingly help spread its spores to new areas. Because they are difficult to find and have such a unique, intense flavor, giant truffles are considered some of the world's most valuable edible fungi. Their underground life cycle and the specialized relationships they form with both trees and forest animals make them a fascinating and economically significant part of the natural world. Termite mushrooms are the result of one of nature's most remarkable examples of cooperation between insects and fungi. These mushrooms grow exclusively from enormous, hidden fungal gardens that are carefully maintained by termite colonies deep underground. The termites act like farmers, cultivating the fungus by feeding it bits of chewed-up plant material. In return, the fungus breaks down this tough, fibrous vegetation into rich nutrients that the termites can easily digest. It is a perfect symbiotic relationship where both the insects and the fungi rely on each other for survival. The termites provide a safe, climate-controlled environment, and the fungus provides essential food. When the conditions are just right, these mushrooms sprout above the ground, signaling the health of the colony below. This incredible partnership highlights how complex and sophisticated the natural world can be, even within a tiny, dark tunnel system.